Hi guys, you're back with professional MMA fighter and boxer Marisa Messer-Valencia. Today I'm going to show you guys 2 ways that I make oats. We're going to do overnight oats and stovetop oats. If you know me, you know that I love oatmeal. I'm always eating oatmeal. It's one of my go-tos right after weigh-ins before a fight. If you've been at weigh-ins with me and you see me with a little Tupperware afterward, it's always oatmeal. So I'm going to show you guys some of my secrets, how to make oatmeal exciting. Everybody just thinks, oh, it's just healthy, it's boring. It depends what you put in it, okay? So we're going to customize it. I'll show you how you can make it personal to you, and I'm going to show you how it's personal to me. So the first thing for our stovetop oats, I want to get that going just because that's going to take a little time. I only do that if I'm home. Right now we all have a lot of time home, so we're going to do that. So I'm going to bring this over here. I'm going to show you. I flavor my milk with everything. I use almond milk or I use cashew milk. Right now on hand I have almond milk. So I put a lot of stuff in it, so as it slowly heats up, all those flavors kind of come into the milk. So just going to grab my measuring cup. So I'm going to do half a cup of oatmeal. So I mix it in with oat bran. It just has a little bit higher fiber. It's lighter flakes, and I'll show you guys. So it fluffs it up a little bit. You do not have to do that. I, for a long time, just did my half cup of oats. So for half a cup, you need a full cup of milk or water because it's going to double in size. Okay, so we're just going to, let's give a little shake. I'm going to pour into my lovely measuring cup. Okay. I'm going to do a tiny bit. Good. Alright, so we're going to pour that almond milk in there. You are going to let everything heat up first before you put your oats in, so don't do that first. We are going to, where's my tablespoon? Give me 1 second. Well, this is half a tablespoon, so normally I'll do a full tablespoon, but these are flax, chia, and hemp seeds. Okay, so these are good, very good health benefits, high fiber, omegas, good fat, so really good, and will help actually thicken your oatmeal up. So you might be like, oh, that's a lot of liquid. It's not. Your oatmeal is going to soak it up, but also this is going to help. So this is 1 tablespoon. I'm just using the half tablespoon here. We are going to put some cinnamon. So I'll just do a sprinkle. If you are very keen on measuring, maybe a quarter of a teaspoon, a teaspoon, just small. I love cinnamon, so there's never too much in my opinion. So just do a little sprinkle. Gonna help bring out some flavors. I use stevia. So if you don't know what stevia is, so this brand is called Stevia. Stevia is an actual natural sweetener. It comes from a plant. If you actually try a stevia leaf, it's so sweet, it's disgusting. The plant. So it's really effective. A little bit goes a long way. So I'm going to use 2 packets. Normally I'll buy the bigger, small but bigger container where I can scoop it out, and I'll use like a tablespoon. But today we have packets. So we're just going to sprinkle that in there. It is not an artificial sweetener. It comes from a plant, so it's healthy to use and no calories at all. So very effective. I put it in my coffee, tea, everything. So we put in our flax and chia seeds, our cinnamon. We are going to do some almonds. I love texture in my food, so I put a tablespoon into my oatmeal to give it a little bit of crunch. You can put this in before or after. It doesn't really have to heat up with it. But again, we do a tablespoon, so we'll do 2 of these half tablespoons. Today, what I want to put in my stovetop oats, this is a quarter cup of fresh organic blueberries that I've rinsed off already. So these we're going to put in because as they get heated up, some of them are going to break, the oatmeal's going to get blue and pretty, and it's just going to taste phenomenal. So we're going to put this on, and then I'm going to show you how we can do our overnight oats. So this is just going to go on. We're going to go low, okay? Heat up low. That's why it's going to take a little bit of time, because you don't want to be impatient and do this when you don't have time. So I'm going to put it on between like 2 and like, we'll go 3. Between 2 and 3, okay? Not Not too high though. I need to keep an eye on it. The second it starts boiling, that's when I'm gonna put in my oats. So next thing, what I have here, just to show you guys, I already did an overnight oats right here, but I'm gonna show you how to make one. So I make my stovetop oats when I have extra time. So if I'm home and I'm not in a rush and I want to really enjoy it because it's going to come out great, and you have the time because it is going to take about 20 minutes or so, then we can do that. I also, though, in everyday life, I wake up at 4 a.m., 4 a.m. So overnight oats is key. I'm, at the gym training till 9, 10 o'clock, waking up early. Sometimes if we're on the go quick, overnight oats is really good and helpful. So you can use the cute little mason jar, or like I said, sometimes I just have my normal Tupperware. This is ready to eat. You can heat it up if you want to, but it's just been sitting in the fridge overnight. So I'm going to show you guys how we make that. So first things first, where is, right here, lovely measuring cup. So Old Fashioned oats. I get Old Fashioned, I do not get quick oats because I like to have a heartier texture. This, I'm going to show you what I do. So you can just do a half a cup, straight half a cup. Just kind of even that off at the top. But what I do, and I'm going to show you how I bring in my oat bran, is if I just have regular oatmeal in here, I'm just going to do like half of this, and I'm going to leave some space. This is Bob's Red Mill Oat Bran, high fiber. Okay, so the nutrition is a little bit different. So for half a cup of oatmeal, it's 140 calories. This goes by a third of a cup, and it's 150 calories. But there's 7 grams of fiber versus 4 grams of fiber. So I just like to mix it a little bit. So it will be a little bit higher in calories if I'm using this in. But that is okay because they're good calories. And we want fiber in our diet to help us with digestion. And also, eating oatmeal in general, it's going to be a slow digesting meal, so it'll keep you fuller longer. So I don't have to make this totally even because, like I said, a third of a cup of this is going to make the equivalent. But see how this is light and fluffy? This is going to make my oatmeal have a little bit more fluff to it instead of like a heavy just oatmeal, so it offsets it a little bit. So it's a good combination together that I found that I really enjoy and miss if I don't have. Okay, so we'll put that off to the side. And we're going to do mainly a lot of the same ingredients, but first, let's put our oats in here. Could get a little messy with those little crumbs. That's alright. So we have our oats. Okay, now I'm going to show you how protein is also optional to mix in with our stovetop oats, but I always put it in my overnight oats. You want protein in most of your meals, if not every meal, to keep you fuller longer, so I always have protein. We're going to do the same type setup though. I'm going to do a sprinkle of my cinnamon. I have my go-to flavors you guys are going to come to realize. I said it in one of my other videos. If something's right, you don't change it. I find what I like, I make it better, but we don't take away from what works. I just add in, okay? So I'm gonna do my 2 stevia packets. Again, like I said, if I normally have the bigger container, I'll do like a tablespoon, typically. Okay. We are going to do our flax, chia, and hemp seeds. So overnight oats, these are the best. Really help with the body of everything. So they're gonna soak up a lot of that texture, and they give it like, I don't even know the texture to describe, but it just makes it really good and enjoyable. We're going to do our sliced almonds. So these aren't full almonds, these are just sliced. So they're not gonna be like chunky in your oatmeal. If you wanna do full, you can, but the slice just give it that little bit of texture without overdoing anything. And again, it's just a tablespoon of our sliced almonds. We're gonna throw some almond butter in here. So this is crunchy almond butter, again, light texture. So we're gonna do about a tablespoon. I'll eye this, be careful with eyeing though. If you guys are trying to be weight conscious and calorie conscious, this is something I will cut out closer to fights because it's still fat, so it's high in calories, but it's good calories. So, but just be mindful that can add up in calories very, very easily. So we're just gonna do a rough tablespoon there. Doesn't have to be. Oh, you know what? Hold on. I'm going to show you guys one thing. Before I even do this, we're going to hold this off to the side. Very cool. Okay. So we have all of our other dry ingredients. Okay. I have my oats, my oat bran, my almonds, my flax, chia, and hemp seeds, and my cinnamon. So what I want to do, because the almond butter is going to be chunky, so before I mix it in, you don't have to do this. This is just fun. Okay, I can kind of shake everything up ahead of time so that I know it's like nicely blended. And then I can plop this on top. Just so that everything has a nice blend. It is a little sticky, but almost there. All right, so it just has to be in there. You'll see when we kind of mix things up, it'll be fine. Okay, so now we can add our liquid in. One other thing, like I'll show, we'll throw that in, our stovetop, our protein. So we're going to do our cup of almond milk, or we're going to use cashew. I did mention, because since it is overnight oats, we will just add a little bit. I don't put a full scoop. If I worked out, or I'm knowingly working out, I'm going to eat this after I'm working out, I can use a full scoop, but I'll just use like a quarter to half scoop, just a little bit of extra protein. Your oats are going to have some protein, but if I know I want to be fuller for a little bit longer, that's my meal, I'll mix a little bit of that in there. We could have shaken that up before, but like I said, doesn't matter, we're going to stir everything up anyways. We're going to add in now our milk. Nice, perfect fit. Alright, so if you want to be risky, you can totally shake it up again. Yeah, if you're feeling it, but I'm just going to use a spoon because I want to kind of mush up that almond butter just to break it up a little bit. You can use a knife if your jar is a little small, but we're just going to make sure everything's kind of mixed together. Keep an eye on our oats over there. And make sure, yeah, you're getting the bottom so that those all get liquid. It seems like a lot of liquid. This is going to be sitting there overnight, or I found even at least 3 hours time is perfect. Let me grab another spoon. Almond butter is sticky, so it's a little process, but totally worth it. Alright, and so we can just cover this up. You can sprinkle a little bit of cinnamon on top, but I would just put this in the fridge, let it sit, and you have some overnight oats. So what we'll do, we'll stick this in the fridge and we'll check this one out. That has been sitting there. In a moment, we're just going to keep an eye over here, make sure this isn't boiling too fast, anything like that, just still coming together. Looking good. Probably just another moment. Alright, so I stirred this again. So I made it maybe around like 6 o'clock, then about 9 before I was going to bed, I stirred it again. You don't have to do that, I won't always. But in the morning, you definitely want to stir it again. The more you're stirring it, the more extra liquid's going to get to soak up in pieces it hasn't touched. So we're giving this a little stir. Again, if you want to reheat it, you can. I've grown to like it just right out of the fridge. But if you guys want to take a look. Okay. And if I were to heat it, it would obviously make it a little thicker, but look, you do not have to, I did not heat this oatmeal at all. It just sat overnight. Give it a little taste, see how it is. Yum. Very good. That almond butter in there definitely makes big difference. Woo. Almond butter, almonds. So everything that I showed is exactly what is in here. We have our oatmeal and oat bran, a tablespoon of almond butter, cinnamon, flax, chia, and hemp seeds, sliced almonds, as well as our peanut butter Quest protein powder. I always typically use Quest. It has no extra carbs in it, so I know that my carbs are coming from my oats. That is just helpful to me because some protein powders will have extra carbs. But for this purpose, if I'm mixing it in with food, I want to know that I'm eating my carbs, and then that's strictly just my protein. So we're going to come over here. You see the steam coming off, so it is heating up. And if you guys want to look, it's starting to slowly, not extreme, but there's one bubble or two popping up. So we can start measuring out our oats. So this one, I'll just do all oats. Okay, so again, you do not have to use that oat bran. That's just something that I found that I like to play around with. Makes it a little bit lighter. And we have everything else in here already. We have our almond milk, we have our blueberries, our cinnamon, stevia, flax, our flaxseed, chia, and hemp seeds. Sorry, there's 3 in 1 in that container. Some people, you can get them ground down. Some people believe that that's better for digestion, and by all means, that's seemingly right. But I still find that if I'm either letting it soak or heating it up, it's definitely going to break down a little bit more. So what we're going to do, we're going to mix this in here. So I just want to make sure it's hot. I don't need it like over boiling. Sometimes you will see the bubbles kind of elevate, perfectly fine. But as long as it's heating up, because it's still going to be cooking in here. So I'm going to mix this in. So that's our 1/2 cup dry. I'm just going to stir it around and watch it. It's not going to need too much time once it's on here. Just a few minutes. But you see those blueberries popping through? It's slowly going to start thickening up because it's all going to be soaking up all that almond milk. I will tell you guys, cashew milk is something I stumbled on instead of almond milk, and the reasoning behind that is it has 5 less calories, not a big deal. Almond milk has 30 calories for, I get unsweetened vanilla almond milk. It has 30 calories, whereas the cashew milk unsweetened vanilla has 25. So when you constantly have to go through fight camps and lose weight, calories definitely matter. So happened to pick it up and loved it. So I normally use cashew milk that's grown on me, but almond milk is great. It has calcium, and for not drinking like regular milk often, it just, works with me a little bit better. But the cashew milk makes oatmeal kind of heartier. So if you guys ever see cashew milk, don't be scared to try it because it tastes fabulous. So we're going to give this another minute, and once this starts boiling a little bit, we can come back and take a look. You see it's coming up a little bit, but we'll come back once this is done. We'll give it a few minutes, and we'll check it out. Alright guys, we're back with our Stovetop Oats. We're going to check on it. It's been boiling now. We want to keep a close eye. I keep stirring it. Look how fabulous that looks. Okay, so decided to show you guys we're not going to add any protein powder into this. You can. Now I would kind of add it at the end. Every protein powder is a little different, so how it reacts to heat. So you just want to be mindful what yours is like. Quest protein powder, which I showed you guys. This is baked with a lot. They even send you a whole book of what you can bake with it. So I know I could mix this in earlier, but I'll just wait till the end anyways. If I'm going to add it in, maybe after a workout, I'll do a full scoop in there. But for today, we're just doing a general breakfast. Maybe you're cooking for the family, and you're going to make this in a bigger batch, okay? You don't have to add in, or feel you need to add in protein powder. We're going to turn off our heat. We can let this set for a second or two. Move some things out of the way. Alright, so I'm going to make some room. This looks fabulous. So we're just going to put this into our bowl. See those chia seeds, that blueberry, almonds, sliced almonds. Good. Alright. And what I can do, so you see that little blue tint, is I can sprinkle a little bit more cinnamon on top if I want to, just to make it look pretty. Just a light bit. And I'm gonna show you guys, you can eat your overnight oats right out of the mason jar. That's the beauty of it. But we're gonna take it out, do it side by side. This is gonna be a little thicker, heartier because it was cooked. But our overnight oats, and if we were to reheat this at all, it's going to pick up a little bit more texture, be a little less liquidy in a sense, but it still tastes fabulous. So we already tried our overnight oats. We are gonna try our stovetop with the blueberry. It's hot, so be careful. Okay, a little light. Very good. Taste the blueberries, almonds, and you're getting all sorts of health benefits. You can customize your oats however you want to. You can put fresh berries, any berries you want to, seeds, nuts, almond butter, peanut butter, cashew butter, you know, anything you want. You can use regular milk, cashew milk, almond milk, regular oats, quick oats. I like old fashioned because I like texture. You can add protein powder into it to make it more full of a meal. There's so many options. So to say that oatmeal is boring is crazy because you can make it taste good. If you need a natural sweetener, definitely check out Stevia. If you've never tried it, get on it because it's great and life-changing. You can put some honey. I can drizzle honey over the top. If I mentioned if I'm fighting after weigh-ins, I will have typically my overnight oats with my almond butter, my almonds, cinnamon, stevia, a lot of honey, and I'll slice up a banana on top. So sliced banana on top, drizzle honey and cinnamon on top. Amazing. So you guys can add, even on top of this, more fresh fruit, some strawberries if you want, bananas, berries, extra berries, so I can put some fresh blueberries. You can make oatmeal amazing. So don't think it's boring. If you guys have any questions about anything I did today, again, it was overnight oats and stovetop oats. You can do them in the microwave as well. Same things if you're quick on time or short on time. I have to do that a lot of the time as well. But if you have the time or if you're getting up early and you just want some ready to go breakfast, definitely check out the overnight oats. But if you guys have any questions, leave me a comment. Let me know. If you guys like this video, definitely give me a thumbs up so I know, because oatmeal is amazing. If you guys think oatmeal is amazing, you can give me a thumbs up as well. And then if you guys like our videos, just subscribe to our channel, Ultimate MMA Plus, so that you can see more training tips, health tips, and good meals to cook at home. Hope you guys like.